robot brothel.
I'm Tony Kornheiser. Well, there goes my weekend plan.
You weren't getting on a plane to go down to Houston.
For a sex robot brothel?
So they have one in Delaware?
No, I don't think they do.
Got in the car?
I don't. You know
what? The golf club?
I'll tell you what. I'll drive out to Dover Downs and see if they have it there. But I somehow don't think they do. Not in. It's a small state, Delaware. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, Julian Edelman is back. Brad Marchand draws blood, and Jimmy Butler may play for Minnesota after all.
Like I said.
But we begin today with the result Major League Baseball wanted last night: the Yankees eliminating the A's in the wild card game. This means MLB can exhale because the number one draw in the sport will be on display for as many as 5 games. Well, the Red Sox have 8 more wins than the Yankees and home field. But are you sure they have the advantage?
They have the advantage. It doesn't mean they'll win. I mean, you want home field in this. You know my concerns about the top of the Red Sox rotation.
Sale
and Price. Concerns with Sale alone, Sale and Price, but Sale alone since July, because I know what happens to him in September and October, which is nothing. So the Yankees, when you see the Yankees hit them out, even when they go 240 feet, like the ones that, you know.
Not last night.
He hit it far, he hit it deep, he hit it whatever that is that your boy says.
Yeah.
So they both hit him last night.
Yeah.
But you know what, Tony? They got to go to the other ballpark, and they got to go there as many as 4 times. So I still think the Red Sox have an advantage.
3 times.
Oh, 3 out of 5. 3 times.
Yeah. Okay. I think the Red Sox are a better team. I do. But, and here's the but, the Aaron Judge home run last night may have changed the whole arc of this.
You went crazy over this last night in real time.
So, yes, because I'm sitting there and I watch it. I didn't have to see it. I heard it and said out loud, that's out. With just hearing it, not even seeing it. If you remember what Ron Darling said to us yesterday, he called Aaron Judge the heartbeat of the team. And he said, if Aaron Judge gets hot, that changes everything. He's talking, I think he's talking the entire duration of the run. You have 2 small ballparks here, Fenway and Yankee Stadium.
By the way, the Yankees were, I think, 1-6 in their last 7 at Fenway.
They got some.
I think that's right.
But, Mike, they got Judge, Stanton, both hit it out. They got Torres. They've got Sanchez. They got Gregorius. They got guys who can bang it out.
Okay.
2-3 times a game. They can bang it out.
So do the Red Sox, Tony.
So,
and I'm expecting.
I'm saying it could be a 10-8 series.
Games.
Yes. So in those cases, if the top of the rotation for both teams is not dominant and you get into 10-8, either team can win.
If you get to the bullpen, is there a clear and decided advantage there? Because don't we think that with the scores of these games, the home runs flying out, that we're going to get to the bullpens and fairly early?
Again, small parks, you can bang it. It changes everything. That home run, that has to be such a boost for Judge and his teammates because they're wondering, can he come back from the injury?
You were fired up.
I was. And I'm not even a Yankee
fan. Or a Mets guy.
Yeah, I'm not even a Yankee fan.
Just saying.
True.
So did you know the Atlanta Braves were in the playoffs?
I did.
The team of Ronald Acuna, Ozzie Albies, and Mike Foltynewicz, they're in the playoffs.
I knew that.
And they're in a matchup we're so accustomed to seeing with the Dodgers. But because the Braves have lost, get this, 8 consecutive postseason series, it's like they don't even exist. And the Dodgers will trot out their famous vets and win in a walkover. So you want a cop to completely overlooking the Braves?
No, because I'm a Nats fan, and the Nats collapsed, opened the door for the Braves in the NL East, which is the overlook.
For the Phillies, too, but they beat out the Phillies.
Nobody took the Phillies seriously in the way that they took the Braves seriously because the Braves were in the rebuild a little bit longer. And they got not necessarily an MVP candidate, but a great player in Freddie Freeman. That he's the guy that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Look, I think that's the reason. I think the Dodgers are a better club. Not just a more glamorous club, but a better club. But you're crazy to overlook Atlanta because they were all year long. Maybe they were going the pace of the tortoise, but they went steady the whole time.
The thing about the Dodgers, and I admit to sort of rooting for the Dodgers, Tony, when the Cubs are out of it, they are so mercurial. I mean, we pay a lot of attention on this show and others when they get hot. And they won 6 out of 7.
Honestly, I don't know how it took them so long to clinch.
Here's how it took them so long.
I thought they should have won 105.
Because they have streaks that go the other way. And they lose 5 in a row, and they lose 6 out of 7. And they have those periods. And I don't know whether their hot streak is over, the one that got them, including the single-game playoff, the division title. Is that over? And are they ready to take a dip? It's tough to tell.
I looked at them last year and this year, and when they are good, they seem to me to be much better than every team in the National League. Are you concerned at all that Kershaw
I think the Dodgers have seen Clayton Kershaw on short rest, including at the hand of my Cubbies, get his butt whipped in the postseason a couple of times, and they stopped that stupidity. And they're now treating Clayton Kershaw the way he should be.
I think there's a greater lesson. There's a greater lesson. He'll go 6 great and be bad in the 7th, or he'll go 5 great and be bad in the 6th. Don't be afraid to take him out. Don't leave him in
the other
too long.
lesson.
That's an important lesson.
The two of them, both are needing to be learned.
What was once the greatest rivalry in the AFC will be renewed tonight, the Colts and the Patriots, though it has been a dud lately. The Colts haven't beaten the Patriots in their last 9 tries. Andrew Luck is personally 0-5 against them. In fact, Luck's worst stats against any team come against the Patriots. But last Sunday, Luck threw for 464 yards and 4 touchdowns. Well, on which Andrew Luck do you think we'll see tonight?
It doesn't matter whether we see Andrew Luck or John Unitas with that uniform and helmet on. The Patriots are going to whip their butts. And the Patriots have on the field at the same time something they don't get. The Tom Brady doesn't get often. He has Edelman and your boy Gronk out there. The Patriots got tired of hearing after 2 weeks what they weren't. They went out there and just throttled the team last week.
Bad team.
That's okay.
The Dolphins are a bad team.
The Dolphins were undefeated at the time.
That doesn't mean they're a good team.
The Indianapolis Colts are going to go down, and they're going down hard, and you know it.
So let me get to the
Edelman
and Gronkowski thing, which is interesting. The last time they were out there together, this is a great stat, Week 12 of the 2016 season, which means the Patriots have been to 2 Super Bowls without them both on the field together. I differ from you in this regard. When I looked at the number today, that it was Indianapolis plus 10, I thought that was an enormous number. 10 points.
We're not
you think
Jimmy
this is
the Greek here?
Why? Well,
it doesn't matter. The Patriots are going to beat them.
Well, you said they're going to beat the number easily.
If I was a betting man and I drove with you out to your other state of Delaware, to your gated community, we could sit down and we could make a bet, and I would take the Patriots tonight plus 20. Am I stammering or stuttering?
Minus 20.
When I say plus, I mean I'm not a bettor. The Patriots are going to win this game by 3 touchdowns.
Can I point out one thing?
What?
I have a fence. It's not a gated community. It's not a gated community.
Don't try to create phony drama out of the Colts when
I think the Edelman and Gronkowski being on the field at the same time may be the launching pad. In other words, if that works for the Patriots, even with their defense being bad this year, then I will back away from my gloom and doom on the Patriots.
Score. 31-10. How about that?
Okay.
That's
21.
my score.
That's what you said.
That's right. All right. We got to deal with some thuggish hockey behavior for the second straight day, Tony. Your Capitals, after raising their first championship banner last night here in D.C.
Fabulous
and you
ceremony.
were nearly as excited about that as you were with the Yankees.
Awesome.
The Capitals had their way with the big bad Bruins to the tune of 7-0. But that 7th goal and the subsequent celebration so agitated Bruins tough guy Brad Marchand that he went after a non-fighter. Your boy Lars Eller punched him in the face several times and said afterward, quote, his celebration was unnecessary, so I just let him know. Close quote.
That's a great quote. Come on.
Tony,
that is a great quote.
And as a result, the NHL should do what to Marchand?
Okay, so there's got to be a little bit of context here in the sense on this show, the irony that yesterday we dealt with a commercial commissioned by Major League Baseball, which tries to say get rid of some of these unwritten rules like the bat flip. So in this particular case, the waving at that point violates the unwritten rule of don't flip the bat in hockey. Don't celebrate too much by the other guy's, bench in hockey. The context is this. They've just raised a banner. They won the Stanley Cup. They just won this game 7-0. They had 2 goals while I had my head in the refrigerator. In the first minute and a half, they had 2 goals in this game. I think Marchand totally overreacted. What do I think will happen? They set Wilson out, Tom Wilson, for 20 games.
20.
20. I don't think
the bidding starts at 20. If the NHL wants to get rid of thug behavior, get rid of the thugs. Send a serial offender like Brett. Marchand has been suspended 5 times for thuggish behavior.
And Wilson has been suspended also.
Did we defend Wilson yesterday?
No,
we didn't.
I don't think.
Throw Marchand out for 20 to 25 games. If you want to get rid of fighting, you want to get rid of thuggery, then get rid of it.
They don't want to get rid of fighting. They want fighters to go together. If you'll give 21 in the Colts game, I'm going to take the under on 20 on this.
I'd like for him to get 20. That's what I'm saying.
You people didn't think we could go all week without Jimmy Butler, did you? The egotistical 2 guard who told Minnesota he had no interest at all in playing for them. and gave them a list of other teams that he would play for, well, guess what? He still finds himself in Minnesota. His coach there, Tom Thibodeau, still wants him. And Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN now says Butler doesn't plan to miss any regular season games. So, Wilbon, could he play for Minnesota?
Yeah.
And would that be a good thing?
Yeah, because they were in third place in the tough Western Conference last year when Jimmy Butler was out there every night. You can go back and get the tape, as we always say. I said I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's too good, and they can't get anything close to equal value in a trade when the teams under consideration are Miami, the Clippers, the Knicks, and the Nets. Get out of here. I don't want to hear about a third-party trade deal either. Jimmy Butler's too good. They can make this up, Tony, and the two young bucks who seem so offended by Jimmy Butler's criticism, they can get over that too.
He quit on his teammates.
He didn't quit on his teammates.
He said, get me out of here.
He hasn't played yet. He hasn't played a game.
He said, I don't want to play and I don't want to practice. And then I assume he thought he was on easy street when the owner said, let's make a deal. But there is no deal. He has at least not refuted the notion that he doesn't like playing with Karl Anthony Towns or Andrew Wiggins.
Shouldn't refute it.
Well, how are they exactly going to make nice? He's walking away with a $20 million contract for this year. I think he should just play it and then go wherever he wants on his own.
I'm not going to miss any regular season games.
But do you think he wants to play them there?
I don't know what he wants to do, but I think it's good that he's willing to.
Did you think he was going to be traded, that he would force his way out?
I said I wouldn't trade him. Now, once the owner came in and said get a deal done, I thought one might get done. But I wasn't convinced he'd be traded. Jimmy Butler's too good, Tony. The team is good with him. And by the way, young millennials get their feelings hurt because Jimmy Butler criticized them. To hell with them. You don't let those two guys run your franchise.
He's
and
a millennial, by the way.
One of them, but he's old school.
So
one of them hasn't even been any good.
Do you think that you think he can walk into the locker room? And I'll give you the example, Le'Veon Bell. Can he walk back to the Steelers and be okay? Can Jimmy Butler, who said, the hell with all of you, can he walk back and be okay?
It's a test for Tibbs, and it's a test for Jimmy Butler.
Let's take a break. Coming up, we've all seen the strengths, but where are the weaknesses in Pat Mahomes' game, if there are any? We're going to ask Steve Young.
And in an offense-first NFL, does a defensive player like Khalil Mack have any real hope of winning the MVP? He should.
I know you love Jimmy Butler.
I do.
But he walked.
He didn't walk. They haven't played yet.
Well, he walked. They won't let him.
Let me tell you who walked. Le'Veon Bell walked. Jimmy Butler's still waiting somewhere in the wings. Play with him.
Where are those wings?
Put him out there. Best
in
player
Miami
they got.
On a jet ski like the other.
This Crown Royal Vanilla, so good, so smooth.
Can you have